Speak for yourself.
Now, because they didn't take care of themselves, now are reaping what they sowed. Spelled reap wrong.
King, speak for yourself. Okay, let me say that one more time. Speak for yourself.
I think this is what they call friendly fire. Alright guys, so welcome back to more fat acceptance TikTok cringe, and this video is a little bit like the one I made similarly before, where it's not like a bunch of TikToks. It's mainly towards one person who is like an activist, model, something similar in that nature. And of course, like the whole modeling trend is like so much different than it was before, because now we have new people coming into the scene where they don't have to work as hard, and they can still be, I guess, huge and put on clothes and makeup, and then boom, they are models, which is kind of ridiculous. And it is a big disservice to the people who actually work really hard for that. There's a lot of people who do struggle with anorexia, body dysmorphia, and all that stuff, because they want to look so good and be in shape or just like really lean and skinny. And then we have the opposite, where people are just, you know, getting as much dopamine as they can. They're eating a bunch of fast food, not even like caring about what they put into their body, and they have model. Boom. All right, so here's one person like that. Their name is Jordan Hall. Jordan, I don't know. I reacted to their TikTok like a long time ago, right? It was like about the seatbelt thing. It's like a seatbelt hack. So they have certain things that help fat people live lives without having to lose weight. So here was that.
Fat hack, car edition. Get a seatbelt extender.
Seatbelt extender.
They're not very expensive. You can get them on Amazon.
So yeah, simple things like this. Like you have to get a seatbelt extender to wear a seatbelt that does not fit you, because the car was designed for normal people.
7:45 in the morning. I'm leaving my house.
The leg wrap's always poking out under my pants. So it's like they have this fashion and style without the body that supports it. And it's like when you look at beautiful paintings and stuff, a lot of the things like what's it called, when I was learning about art and things like that, they say symmetrical things in art in general or in people's bodies is what makes it more beautiful and attractive. And it's like, this isn't symmetrical. This hip is poking out way more than this one. The legs are disproportionate, and even the shoulders are not fully aligned right, and then the double chin right there. So it's like you can change that. People can change that. It's not like I'm making fun of somebody who can't change, or like if somebody has, I don't know, some disformity in their face and they can't change. That is way different. This is like something that somebody can change, and they're not willing to put in the work to change, and they want to advertise fashion and their body, and it doesn't go correctly.
Fat people in my phone. What are we wearing to the doctor so that they take us seriously? Are we dressing up? Are we dressing down? Please let me know. Fat people in my phone.
Are we dressing up, dressing down? SOS, I have a doctor's appointment with a new specialist tomorrow. Please advise. And this is a very common thing a lot of doctors do, right? So if you go to the doctors and you have something wrong with you, maybe a sickness or something's hurting, the first thing they say is, have you tried losing weight? And it's like, that's the number one thing they say. And these are doctors, right? Didn't they have to go to school to learn how to become a doctor and study medicine and certain ways to treat people? And from a professional doctor who studies versus somebody who just eats whatever they want and scrolls on TikTok, you don't want to listen to the doctor's advice for losing weight. And now she's worried on what to wear to the doctors.
What are we wearing to the doctors?
So that they take us serious. They do take you seriously, but it's like, dude, they're telling you the truth. They're not gonna lie to you. They're not your parents or your family members who are gonna just say that you look good either way.
Speak for yourself.
Now, because they didn't take care of themselves, now are reaping what they sowed. Spelled reap wrong.
King, speak for yourself. Okay, let me say that one more time. Speak for yourself. Speak for yourself, King.
Dang. Okay. It said, I think this is what they call friendly fire. So somebody was kind of like saying they didn't take care of themselves and they're calling them fat, but they're also. And this is why, like, for me, right, like a cool thing about me having this channel is I always have to stay in shape, because if I ever get fat, I am a huge hypocrite. I can't say like, oh, you should be eating healthy and discipline and self accountability, but if I get fat, I'm like the biggest hypocrite in the world. And even with this, right, he has no place calling her big, because he is, I could tell just by the face, his shirt is like huge. He's big, he's fat, so it's like you can't call somebody else saying that they can't take care of themselves. You're reaping what you sowed. You did the same exact thing, bro. Friendly fire, she's right. I mean, they both should lose weight, but like, she was not wrong there.
I don't know for sure, but
Do you think if I overeat myself to near death, I could be called a beautiful model? Yo!
I definitely think you should try. I don't know for sure, but I definitely
think you should try? Yeah. That... Yo.
If you'd prefer fat people walk
It's about friendly fat clothes. How is the fatness not relevant? Oh, fat friendly.
around naked, I think we can make that happen. If you'd prefer fat people walk around naked.
So she's saying they need to make bigger clothes because if people are too big, they might as well just go out naked because there's no clothes. Like, you can't, can't not have clothes for big people because then they have no clothes. But it's also not fair for companies, right? If I have a clothing company, and I want to advertise to people, right? My clothing, I can't make too many sizes because I have to have more in stock. And it's going to hurt my business if I have to keep making more for higher sizes because there's not as much people who's going to buy it in every single size. So the fewer sizes I have that reaches the majority of people, I can make the most money off that and be able to make the clothes I need instead of having too many clothes that not a lot of people are going to wear. So, let's just say they don't have her size, and then I have to either make more, which is going to take longer, or make more beforehand before she even purchases it. It's still, I'm either losing time or losing money that way, just in case somebody doesn't buy. So it's like the same thing. And if all the companies are not doing that to make it fat friendly for fat inclusive people, then they're gonna run out of clothes. So somebody has to do that for them. And it's like, you're hurting businesses by staying humongous.
Ugh, I have nothing to wear. Oh, JK, I do. Thanks to Universal Standards Mystery Lounge Box. Beginning September 21st and lasting until October 1st.
I also feel like too, this does open a lot of businesses up. Like, let's just say there's no clothes for people with bigger sizes, right? So if there's no clothes for them, but a lot of people are getting bigger and they're like, oh, we have no clothes, then a new company can come in and say, all right, I'm just gonna make clothes only for fat people, right? And then they're gonna thrive off that, make a lot of money off that. So they're gonna keep making money off you staying fat, and then they're also gonna not advocate for you losing weight because then they'll be out of business. And I feel like a lot of businesses, they're actually doing that nowadays, even with fast food, right? Fast food, they're not straight up telling you, yeah, you should be fat and all this, but they want to make you keep buying it over and over so that they can keep making money off that. That's why they got the rewards, giving out free food, making it easily accessible. We got Uber Eats and DoorDash where you can order food from your home. And it's like, why should these companies want you to eat healthy? Because if you eat healthy and you know that you're gonna avoid that chain altogether, that fast food place, they're gonna be out of business. So why would they do that? So I don't.
I'm a fat person and I love my body and I live my life to the fullest. So in a way, I think that the comments are right when they say that I promote obesity or that I glorify obesity. Because I am here to glorify my life.
So she's admitting to glorifying obesity? And in a way, she's trying to say but I glorify my life. Hey, man, you should enjoy your life. But also, you should take care of yourself as a way of enjoying your life. I care about my life, so I'm going to make myself have a good body so that I could stay healthy and look great. And not what they're
because
doing.
It's the only life that I have. And quite frankly, we should all be glorifying our lives, because do you not deserve to live a glorious life? I think we all do. We all deserve to have our needs met. We all deserve to have fun. We all deserve to live life as we want to. And for me,
that's kind of crazy. I mean, I personally believe something different. I feel like if everybody lives the way they want instead of lives the way that either they need to or society needs to, then it's gonna collapse, you know? Like, let's just say everybody wants to be a famous writer, right? Everybody wants to write books and stuff. Well, if we have all these writers, who's gonna be the illustrators? Who's gonna be making the food and doing construction and building the buildings? So it's like, in a way, yes, we should live our life happy, but if you're just totally focused on what you want and not what other people want, it's bad for society. And being healthy is not good, or being fat is not good for a lot of reasons. You know, you're eating up more food. I don't think that's like a major issue, but I'm just saying, like, in general, if you're eating a lot of food, that's less food for other people. I don't know, you're spending a lot of money on food, you have less money for your household and your children. You have to do things like ask for seatbelt extenders and filling up planes with taking up more space for that. Like, there's way more things that affect other people in a negative way if you are big compared to if you were smaller and healthy. So that is Jordan Hall. Yeah, interesting. 120,000 followers, so this person is a influencer. Yeah, end of the day, WV.